All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It is just me, Harmless Dave, the real music observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. So I've noticed the critics have kind of backed off of their love of this new Fleetwood Mac lineup. As time has gone on, the critiques have gotten a little more harsh, a little more in the reality realm of reality. You had one gentleman aptly point out that the band does this elongated Peter Green tribute. This was supposed to go back in time and honor Peter Green. By the way, Peter Green is still alive. If anyone can find him and maybe bring him to a Fleetwood Mac show, at least, they could roll him out on stage and say, hey, Peter, this is your life, and then have all the video screens going, and then have Mike Campbell belting out Black Magic Woman, or Stevie Nicks doing it. I don't know who, is it? I don't really care. It's one of the two that are singing it, and early on the critics were like, ooh, this is an interesting take on the song. No, it's not. It's a horrible take. Bring in Greg Raleigh to sing it, his version is a little bit more famous. Bring in Carlos. Imagine if you had Carlos Santana and Greg Raleigh show up at a Fleetwood Mac show and then just push Mike Campbell off. Just get him off the stage. Yeah. See, I'm a big Journey fan and I love Santana, so it would work for me, But people in the Fleetwood Mac camp want to remind everybody, yeah, that's our song. They took it, and that's our song, Peter Green. So, Peter Green, ladies and gentlemen, and Peter Green isn't there. But anyway, the critics have gotten a little tired, I guess, of this, hey, we're going to pay tribute to Peter Green, who's kind of a footnote for American fans. Let's just be blunt about this. Over in the UK, I think Peter Green has a little bit more of a cachet with the early Fleetwood Mac, and that band had, chart hits and so forth over there. Whereas over here, not so much until we got to the White Fleetwood Mac album, 1975, and then things really started to take off. And who was in the band at that time? None other than the now maligned or forgotten about Lindsey Buckingham, who was not only kicked to the curb, but even when the dude went under the knife and had this near-death experience happen, it kind of a lukewarm, yeah, we wish him well, hope he recovers. Meanwhile, let's pay tribute to Peter Green. So the critics have kind of latched on to that in some of the articles. If you read them, they're like, these guys spend an awful lot of time on Peter Green, and they spend no time on Lindsey Buckingham, who was the architect of their success. Okay, that's the blunt, honest, full-force truth of the matter, is that Lindsey Buckingham was the architect of their success. And I find it a little bit more refreshing, but here's what my theory is on this, is it took a little while for people to catch up. A lot of critics were sent out there. Maybe they didn't know this happened. Even if they did, they didn't realize that, Finn and Campbell, it's just kind of weird in this band. You got an Australian pop guy and a kind of bluesy slide guitarist, kind of grungy player, and they're trying to mash it all together and make it into like this superstar pie, It's like, ooh, try this piece. You'll like this piece. And the audience is like, yay, yay, don't dream it's over. My voice is naturally doing that today, so. But that would probably be the actual sound from the person behind you. We had one reviewer just kind of complain about the entire experience and how people were dancing and standing and sitting. They didn't know what to do with themselves. The baby boomers and Gen Xers and millennials, and they couldn't just get along. And everybody had a different way of relating to Fleetwood Mac, but nothing about they didn't spend any time talking about the music itself. Just really weird. So tonight, it's Madison Square Garden. I expect a full report tomorrow. If you're over on Patreon and you've seen any of the videos, I got some friends over there that send me some good intel. And if you have any links to reviews or just your own perspective, say you're going to the show tonight and you want to bring it to me so I can make it into a video, well, you got it. So, but the premise of this is that it appears the critics may not be reviewing this tonight as glowingly as they had at the very beginning of this tour. We shall see. All right, done with this video. I will be back with this bad voice and all coming up. Stay tuned.